For 10 years, Kenji whispered the same lie. He was average, forgettable, completely unremarkable. He failed exams on purpose, threw every fight, and buried his true self so deep no one could sense it. But inside him, rank SSS Chakra seethed. A power so immense, villages would harvest or execute him. Then the sky above the village split open. An enemy Kage descended with his army. His fist, blazing with violent chakra, aimed straight at the academy where the children hid, and it stopped. Frozen in midair, 1 inch from a terrified girl's face.
No more hiding. They will see what I am.
Sirens screamed. Smoke choked the streets. Among the panicked students, Yuki stumbled, clutching her wooden kunai, and from across the burning training ground, Kenji's chakra ignited a brilliant electric blue flame. His fist clenched. After 10 years of silence, the whole world would finally see. As Kenji's chakra flared, a memory surged, cold, sharp, and old. He was 4 years old when his parents first taught him to suppress his chakra. They knelt before him in that candlelit room. If the village finds out, you will be executed, and so he learned to bury his own light. Hour after hour, alone in the cellar.
Miss on purpose. Lose on purpose. That's how I stay alive.
His classmates laughed. His instructors ignored him. He walked through the village like a ghost, but now, with Yuki and the others about to die, the ghost remembered what he was.
If I stay hidden, they die. If they see me, I die. So be it.
The weight of 10 years of suppression cracked open, and through it, a blue light screamed. His resolve, forged in that dark cellar, now lit the path forward. The village shook under the weight of the invasion. Through the smoke, Kenji ran.
Yuki once said, I was the kindest person she knew. She has no idea what I really am.
Blue chakra rippled down his arms, too bright to suppress any longer. Above him, the Kage's dark aura pulsed, searching for the source of that immense pressure. At the academy, Yuki crouched behind a shattered wall, her tiny fists trembling.
Kenji, he said he'd always protect us. He's not a liar.
A crumbling pillar hurtled toward the children, and Kenji's chakra answered before his mind could. A translucent barrier erupted behind Yuki, shattering the debris into dust.
It's too late to hide, but not too late to save them.
Kenji landed between the children and the enemy, his aura howling like a storm. The Kage raised a hand, and a wave of dark chakra coiled toward the academy, an attack meant to obliterate.
If that touches them, they won't even leave ashes.
Kenji's scream was silent, but his chakra exploded outward in response. The world around him lurched. The Kage's chakra wave stopped in midair, frozen like a painting. Every soldier, every falling stone hung motionless.
Impossible. This pressure. It's beyond any chakra I've ever sensed.
For a single heartbeat, the battlefield held its breath. The only movement was the shimmering blue light radiating from Kenji.
Kenji, that light, is that really you?
Then the Kage's fist, still aimed at the child, trembled. Not from hesitation, but from the sheer force of Kenji's presence repelling it.
1 inch. That's all I can give, but it's enough to show them.
The frozen moment shattered. The Kage's eyes, wide with shock, locked onto Kenji. He had finally found the monster he sought. The Kage snarled, his dark chakra cracking against Kenji's expanding barrier like ice against steel.
I can barely hold it. This power wants to destroy everything.
Blue lightning arced from Kenji's frame, carving deep fissures into the ground. The children behind him shielded their eyes.
What are you? No shinobi possesses a presence this absolute.
Kenji didn't answer. He raised a trembling hand, and a wall of chakra surged toward the Kage, scattering his soldiers like leaves in a storm.
If I lose focus for 1 second, I'll kill everyone here. Yuki, run, please.
But Yuki didn't run. She stared at Kenji's blazing form, her wooden kunai still clutched to her chest like a promise.
That's the real Kenji. He was never weak.
The Kage's shock twisted into something darker. A hint of recognition flickered in his cold, calculating gaze.
So it's true. The village's hidden weapon. The one I came to claim.
He knew about my chakra. That means someone in the village told him. They set this up.
Kenji didn't wait for an answer. He moved. A blur of blue lightning, closing the distance before the Kage could blink. Chakra chains burst from his palms, wrapping around the Kage's limbs and pinning him to the ground.
They said you'd be a monster. I should have prepared better.
Who sent you? Who told you about my chakra? Give me a name.
You think I'd betray my informants so easily? They promised me a weapon, not a disaster.
Kenji's chains tightened, the metal of the Kage's armor shrieking under the pressure.
Kill me if you want. It won't change anything. They'll just find another buyer.
The enemy soldiers, seeing their leader subdued, turned and scrambled back through the breached wall. Kenji stood over the kneeling Kage, blue chakra crackling. The warlord's smile never faded.
The council. They promised me a weapon. You. In exchange for peace.
Which council? The elders? Tell me who.
All of them. You were sold before you were born. The whole village knew.
The Kage's body went slack, his final smirk frozen. Kenji stood motionless, the words sinking into his bones.
They raised me, trained me, and all along they were planning this.
Blue chakra flickered around his fists, then steadied into a cold, controlled blaze.
The village I protected, the friends I hid for, every one of them a lie.
He glanced at the council hall, its roof untouched by the battle. Then he started walking. The weight of 10 years of deception pressed down on him, but his stride never faltered.
They wanted a weapon. I'll show them what a weapon really looks like.
Kenji walked through the war-torn village, the cheers of the survivors rolling over him like empty wind. He didn't see their relief. He only saw the council hall, standing pristine and untouched at the center of the chaos.
That building survived while children almost died. It wasn't luck. It was protection.
A memory flashed. His father's voice, low and urgent, warning him never to trust the elders. He had obeyed that warning for 10 years, and it hadn't been enough. His chakra pulsed, the blue light flickering along his arms, despite his control. A few villagers noticed and fell silent. Yuki watched from the crowd, clutching her charm. She didn't cheer. She only looked at Kenji with wide, knowing eyes.
Yuki. She believed in me when I was nothing, but I am not nothing anymore.
He reached the council hall's heavy wooden doors, his palm pressing against the carved oak. With a shove, the doors burst open, and the warm scent of incense hit him like a lie.
The Kage is dead. He told me everything.
What are you talking about? We should be celebrating your victory.
Kenji's chakra pulsed, and the candle flames flickered from orange to a cold, electric blue.
Don't lie, he said. The council sold me. All of you.
The council head's wrinkled hands tightened on his armrest, but his voice remained measured.
We did what was necessary. The Kage would have destroyed the village without a deal.
You admit it? You've been planning this since I was a child.
A weapon we couldn't control. We've monitored your chakra since you were 4. Every failure recorded.
Every moment of my life was a lie. Every friend, a guard.
The council head leaned back, the admission hanging in the still air. Kenji's fists clenched, but he did not strike.
But you don't have to be angry. Stay here as our champion. We'll give you honor, status, anything.
You want me to be your weapon willingly? After you tried to sell me?
It's not personal. It's the village's survival. You think the world will leave us alone with a child like you?
Kenji's chakra erupted, a fissure of blue energy splitting the council floor between them.
Ungrateful boy. We gave you a home, training. You owe us everything.
You gave me nothing but lies. I am done being your tool.
The elders sat frozen, fearing the chakra, but unable to look away.
They never saw me as a person, only a weapon to be aimed.
Kenji turned his back on the council, his steps echoing in the silent hall. He walked out, not looking back. The doors closed behind him, and the warm incense hung in the air like a memory of a false home.
They're all here. The same people who called me weak. Listen to me. The council sold me to the Kage.
A shock rippled through the gathered villagers, their cheers from moments ago, turning to confusion.
Lies. He's trying to turn you against us.
I heard it from the Kage's own mouth before he died. His last words were about your deal.
The council head's face twisted, but he forced a calm voice.
Even if that is true, we did it for the village's survival. Would you rather we all be slaughtered?
Some in the crowd began to murmur, doubt spreading like a slow fire.
I defended this village with my life. And you sold me before I could walk. That's betrayal.
The square erupted into argument, neighbors turning on each other, while the council turned their backs, retreating into their hall. A small figure darted through the arguing villagers. Yuki, tears already welling in her eyes.
Kenji, why is everyone so angry at you?
Kenji knelt, bringing himself to her level, the fierce blue of his chakra softening to a warm glow.
I have to go away, Yuki. The village. It's not safe for me here anymore.
But you are strong. You can fight them. Please don't leave.
Her small fists pounded weakly against his chest, her sobs muffled against his torn jacket.
I am not leaving you unprotected.
He pressed a glowing chakra charm into her hand, shaped like a leaf, pulsing with a gentle blue light.
This charm holds my chakra. It will protect you when I am gone. Remember, I'll always be watching.
Yuki clutched the charm, her tears falling onto its glow as Kenji rose and stepped back, his decision final. As Kenji stepped away from Yuki, the crowd parted. The council head emerged from the hall, flanked by armored guards.
You don't walk away from us. Guards, seize him.
Kenji's chakra flared, a single pulse of blue lightning that sent the guards crashing into the dirt.
That was a warning. The next one won't be.
The council head's face drained of color. He waved a trembling hand, and the remaining guards stepped back. Kenji didn't spare another word. He turned and strode toward the village gate, the crowd parting like water before a blade.
They always feared my power. Now they finally understand I am not theirs to command.
Behind him, the council head trembled with rage, but his voice failed. The village watched in stunned silence. Past the market, past the broken academy, Kenji walked on. The gate loomed ahead, and beyond it, uncertainty. He had saved the village, exposed its corruption, and now he was leaving it all behind. The main road stretched before Kenji, silent except for the crunch of his boots on broken stone. A child dropped a wildflower in his path. Kenji stepped around it, not looking down. His former classmates huddled near the well, eyes averted. One whispered, "I am sorry," too quiet to reach him. From an upper window of the council hall, the council head watched, knuckles white on the sill.
This village, always watching, always judging. Even now, they hide behind their windows.
Ahead, a tiny figure darted from the shadows. Yuki, sprinting to intercept him at the gate. She stopped just short of the massive wooden doors, chest heaving, clutching the chakra charm like a lifeline.
Yuki, go home. This isn't your burden.
He placed his palm against the gate. The wood was cold, the chakra in his veins a quiet hum. He turned one last time. The village lay still in the fading light, Yuki's small silhouette the only one that followed him.
Yuki, grow strong. Don't let them decide your worth. Show them what you truly are.
Yuki didn't scream or beg. She just nodded, her small body trembling, the charm glowing against her chest. Kenji watched her for one heartbeat longer. Then his face became a mask of cold resolve. The time for tears was over. With both hands, he heaved the gate open. The old wood shrieked, and a gust of wind swept out, carrying the scent of pine and freedom. He crossed the threshold. The dirt road stretched before him, unmarked and unwelcoming, but it was his path now. Behind him, Yuki collapsed to her knees in the gateway, the charm held above her heart like a shield. The gate slammed shut. The sound echoed across the valley. A final farewell from the village that had never truly been his. Kenji walked on, his back straight. He did not slow, did not falter. The shadows of the forest swallowed him.
I'll become strong. I'll make them see.
High above, a bird cried. Kenji's silhouette dissolved into the mountain mist, only the faint blue glow of his chakra remaining, like a promise not quite broken. Kenji walked deeper into the forest, the village's sounds finally swallowed by the ancient trees.
10 years. Every day a performance. Now the stage is empty, and I am the only audience.
For the first time, his chakra flowed without his constant suppression. A soft, steady blue light that mirrored the stars.
Mother, father, you trained me to hide, but you told me to survive. I survived.
The weight he had carried for a lifetime began to lift, replaced by something lighter. The terrifying, exhilarating weight of possibility.
For the first time, the future is my own. No orders, no lies.
He didn't know where the road would lead. He only knew it was finally his to choose.
Yuki will be fine. She has my light now.
The night was deep, but Kenji's chakra painted the trail ahead in gentle blue.
This is what it means to be free. Not power, but choice.
The morning after the invasion, the council head stood in the square, his calm voice masking desperation.
Kenji has abandoned you. He broke our trust and fled, leaving us to face the consequences of his lies.
A few villagers exchanged uneasy glances. Some had heard the Kage's last words. Others simply refused to believe their child soldier was a traitor. At the edge of the gathering, Yuki stood alone, the chakra charm glowing softly in her cupped hands.
Kenji isn't a coward. He gave me his light.
She didn't hear the council's words. She only felt the warmth of Kenji's promise pulsing against her heart.
I won't forget. I'll become strong, just like he said.
Behind her, the council head's voice droned on, but his authority hung by a thread. The village was no longer one. Yuki walked into the academy training ground. She picked up her wooden kunai, the charm tied around her wrist like a vow. Kenji's light flickered, and in that small training ground, a new kind of strength began to grow. Kenji climbed the last ridge and stopped. Below him, the village lay cradled in the valley, its lights tiny and indifferent.
Every street I walked, every face I knew, none of it was real.
A cold mountain gust swept over him. His chakra flickered, then steadied, a silent defiance.
My parents died for this village, and it would have killed me without a second thought.
A faint warmth pulsed from the memory of the charm he left. He didn't look back for it. He couldn't. He turned his back on the lights. The wind whipped his cloak as he faced the dark wilderness. The village shrank into a smudge of orange, then vanished behind the first mountain ridge.
No more chains, no more lies. Whatever comes next, it's mine.
The first star appeared overhead. Kenji's chakra answered, a soft blue beacon in the thickening night. He walked into the darkness, the village behind him forever, and the path ahead, his alone to choose. The forest swallowed him whole. Hours passed in silence, the only company the whisper of leaves and the pulse of his own chakra. A sudden rustle in the bracken. Kenji stopped, his senses flaring brighter than any torch. From the shadows, a stray enemy soldier lunged, his blade aimed at Kenji's throat.
No hesitation, no suppression. Let it flow.
A pulse of blue energy erupted from Kenji's hand, slamming the soldier's weapon aside. The blade flew uselessly into the dark. The man crashed against a tree, staring up with pure terror. He recognized the glow.
Go back to whatever's left of your army. Tell them the monster is free.
The soldier scrambled to his feet and fled, crashing through the undergrowth without looking back.
Effortless. Without chains, my chakra is an extension of my will.
He didn't follow. The night was his path now, and he walked on, a lone wanderer, carrying a power that could reshape the world. Dawn broke softly over the forest. Kenji found a small river, and knelt at its edge, the water cold and clear. He cupped the water and splashed his face, then stared at his reflection. Really stared for the first time.
Same face, different eyes. These are the eyes of someone who isn't hiding anymore.
His chakra surfaced, a gentle blue ring around his irises, calm as morning mist.
I am not a weapon, not a failure. I am just Kenji.
The reflection smiled back. For the first time in 10 years, he recognized himself.
Yuki said I was kind. Maybe now I can finally be that person.
He stood, the water dripping from his fingertips, and turned toward the rising sun. The path ahead lay uncharted, but it was his. Every step, every choice, every breath, and for the first time, Kenji walked not as a hidden weapon, but as a free young man. In the academy yard, Yuki trained alone. Sweat dripped from her brow, but her stance was strong. The chakra charm tied to her wrist pulsed softly, a reminder that he was still out there.
I can feel him. He's walking his path, and I am walking mine. Kenji, I'll make you proud.
She formed hand seals for a new jutsu, one she had failed at 100 times. This time, her chakra answered. The wooden kunai flew from her hand in a perfect spiral. It embedded into the target with a satisfying thud, dead center. The charm glowed bright. Her eyes, once full of doubt, now burned with a fierce determination. She retrieved the kunai, reset her stance, and threw again and again, because Kenji had shown her. Strength isn't hiding what you are, it's choosing who you become. The charm at Yuki's wrist flared, a sudden pulse of blue that brightened the whole training ground.
He's out there. I know it.
A warm wind swept across the valley, carrying the scent of pine. On a distant ridge, a flicker of blue, barely a shape, held still for a heartbeat. Yuki's eyes searched the horizon, but the shape was already gone, swallowed by the rising mist.
Wherever you are, thank you.
The charm answered with a gentle, steady glow, warm against her skin. She turned back to her training, her throws sharp, her spirit unbroken. Behind her, the village rebuilt, slowly, imperfectly, but its council's hold was weaker than ever. And somewhere beyond the mountains, Kenji walked on, free. The charm pulsed one last time, bright as a star, then settled into a gentle rhythm, like a heartbeat.